Now, ladies and gentlemen, over at Politico, the ex-Washington Post reporters and others have a very interesting story. And what it does is tells us that all the brown shirts on the Obama team, they have a daily morning phone meeting to choose the individual who they want to smear and destroy. Listen to this. The vast new left-wing conspiracy sets its tone every morning at 8:45 a.m. when officials from more than 20 labor, environmental, and other Democratic-leaning groups dial into a private conference call hosted by two left-leaning Washington organizations. Have you ever heard of a right-leaning? No, it's always right-wing. The 8:45 a.m. call, as it's referred to by members, began 3 weeks ago. Marks a new level in coordination by the White House's allies, a time when the conservative opposition is struggling for a toehold and major agenda items like health care reform appear closer than ever to passage. The call has helped attempts to link the Republican Party to radio host Rush Limbaugh and has served as the launching ground for attacks on critics of Obama's policy proposals. It springs from a recognition of what was lacking in the Clinton years, said Jennifer Palmieri, the senior vice president of communications for the leftist Center for American Progress Action Fund. This is a John Podesta group. John Podesta is the unseemly man behind the scene who was Clinton's chief of staff when Clinton was impeached for perjury and obstruction of justice. John Podesta's, and my experience, she said, was in the White House during the Clinton years, and we didn't have a coordinated echo chamber on the outside backing us up. Oh, really? You did. We call it the media. You also had a war room. You also had a criminal for a president. There's a real interest on the progressive side for groups to want to coordinate with each other and leverage each other's work in a way I haven't ever seen before. That's right, the brown shirts are coordinating. The call's hosted by, listen to the words all the time, Center for American Progress? No, it's Center for Un-American Progress. The call is hosted by Progressive Media, a project of the Center for Un-American Progress Action Fund and the Media Matters Action Fund. Remember this Media Matter? What they do is they set up these different legal entities and just kind of move the deck chairs around on the deck of the ship. Media Matters is the detestable David Brock's group, funded heavily by George Soros and other miscreants. Same with the Citizens Center for Un-American Progress. And the Center for Un-American Progress and Media Doesn't Matter, those two groups are working very hard to destroy talk radio. They're coordinating with each other. If anyone's from the IRS out there, when the hell are you going to wake up? These two groups, the Center for Un-American Progress and Media Doesn't Matter, why haven't you audited them for their political activity? I know these funds they've set up are different, and yet, really, they're not that different, are they? Their websites are public. You can see what they're up to. They are linked to the Clintons and now Obama. Politically. They are political arms of the Clinton and Obama political machines. They are brown shirts. Mark, why do you say that? Because they want to destroy my country, and I will not candy coat this stuff anymore. And they're going after people to try and destroy them. To destroy them. Got that from you, moron? Oh, what did he say? Hey, my producer, Rich, send that over to Newsweek again, would you? Let's see here. The project began last year as a launching pad for attacks on John McCain, but failed to raise money for television advertisements, and served in the later days of the presidential campaign as a platform for disseminating opposition research critical of his policy plans. White House officials don't take part in the calls. No, the White House officials have no idea what's going on. Nobody's whispering to them. Nobody's meeting with them over lunch and telling them. No, this John Podesta, when he goes to the White House, he's very careful not to tell the White House officials what the brown shirts are doing. You believe that? Then you're an idiot. The calls are led by its top staffer, Tara McGinnis, who will also head Progressive Media's Communications Research and Analysis War Room to wage spin and policy wars throughout the day. The call has proved particularly effective at coordinating attacks on critics, said Jackie Shenanigans, the National Communications Director for Healthcare for America Now, a labor-backed alliance of groups. You know what it is? The hard left commie wing of the labor movement. I'm not talking about the cops and the firefighters and the rank and file. I'm talking about the hard left commie wing of the old labor movement is in charge now. In charge of all the dues-paying monies, in charge of all the political activities. You know, you would think that these folks would want a stronger private sector so their members would have jobs, could have pensions and health care and so. No, they want to shift everything to the government. And they're going to attack and smear anybody who gets in their way. I'm watching this Obama walk with the Obama walk. It's a new walk. It's a cool walk. Smile, kind of look ahead, just keep moving, hips going side to side, a little bit of swagger. That's the Obama walk. Now, anyway, I thought you'd want to know who runs the country. 20 groups and a bunch of leftists. And meanwhile, while the White House is involved in that, of course they are. While the White House is involved in that, they keep talking about bipartisanship. They keep talking about how they don't want to be distracted. They keep talking about how busy President Obama is and vice moron Biden is. We're just too busy. We don't have time to be distracted by all these things. They're coordinating all these things. They're doing all these things. The environmental left-wing Marxist flat earth no-growth groups, the old hard left wing of the labor movement, the old Clinton hands, sort of the mob enforcers of the group, Podesta and company. These are the people who are in control of your country. You don't know any of them. You may have some distant familiarity with some of them, I guess. But they're coordinating their attacks on us, you and me, the American people, every morning.